No, I'm glad you brought out this guy. So this guy, John Cipher, was an ops officer, a senior ops officer in the Central Intelligence Agency. It's a very high position. He was in government for decades. He rose to some of the highest positions at the CIA. Then he publicly came out and signed this letter calling Hunter Biden's laptop Russian disinformation, he being John Cipher. He tweeted out or promoted an article that Politico put out, which the headline was, "The laptop is Russian disinformation." And later, just this past week, John Cipher, comes out and says what you just said, basically cheering the fact that he, an intelligence official, signed a document to push a false narrative that helped defeat Donald Trump. That is why people believe there's a deep state, Jan. That is why people can't get it out of their minds. It's not just Russiagate now. Now we're on to Hunter Biden and his laptop, and you have some of the most senior officials in government who were in government at the time cheering for Trump's failure on information they knew to be false or should have known to be false. He's not the only one, Russ Travers.
Because the time for this fraud, it's over. You're done. You're through. I've exposed you. I've pulled the cloak off of your sin. I've showed the world. Everyone sees what you've done.
Disinformation campaign.
Feed Russian disinformation to the president.
It does bear the hallmarks of Russian disinformation.
Well, the Russians would be my number one guess.
For Russian disinformation.
Peddling Russian disinformation.
Russian effort.
Soviet, Russian
disinformation.
Who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plant.
And it comes as we're learning new details about the federal investigation into Hunter Biden and his business dealings with a Chinese energy company. Here's CBS's Catherine Herridge.
Multiple sources tell CBS News that the federal investigation into Hunter Biden's business practices is broader than previously known.
Got caught, read his laptop, and you know who's a criminal? You're a criminal for not reporting it. You are a criminal for not reporting it.
Schweitzer has been on this program and has reported that the Biden family has taken in at least $31 million from China, Chinese officials tied to the Chinese Communist Party. That certainly raises a red flag in terms of the decisions he's got to make on behalf of the United States as commander-in-chief. What have you been able to document?
Well, our report was based off almost exclusively on U.S. government documents and interviews with U.S. citizens. And, of course, it was all lied about, falsely accused of disseminating Russian disinformation. It wasn't. We had Treasury documents that showed a very troubling number of wire transfers that just detailed out a vast web of foreign financial entanglements. Specifically, we were able to document probably about $13 million of flows between Russia, between Burisma, between members of the Communist Party regime in China. But that was all ignored by the press. They looked at our report in September 2020 and just shrugged, no evidence of criminal activity here, no evidence that Joe Biden's implicated in all this, and they covered it up. And as a result, they got Joe Biden elected. Now they continue to cover up for him. But no, this is troubling. Now we have actual bank records that verify what we reported back in September 2020 is true. The laptop is obviously a treasure trove of additional corroborating evidence as well. And unfortunately, our intelligence agencies, I think our FBI, have been sitting on this information. And unfortunately, they were complicit as well in the cover-up.
President Trump,
and I have to respond to that.
Please,
because, look,
very quickly.
There are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plant. They have said that this has all the five former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage. Nobody believes it except his and his good friend Rudy.
You're through. I've exposed you. I've pulled the cloak off of your sin. I've showed the world. Everyone sees what you've done.
Rudy Giuliani.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
That's exactly what.
Is this
that's
where you're
exactly
going?
what.
This is where he's going. The laptop is Russia,
Gentlemen,
Russia.
I want to stay on the issue of race.
You have to be kidding. Here we go again with Russia.
And it comes as we're learning new details about the federal investigation into Hunter Biden and his business dealings with a Chinese energy company. Here's CBS's Catherine Herridge.
Multiple sources tell CBS News that the federal investigation into Hunter Biden's business practices is broader than previously known.